Welcome to the Banter Blitz show, English language. Done 90 minutes of German, but now I'm happy to go back to English after writing English language the whole day. So who's challenging? Let's get rolling. Hyperhidrosis, that's a complicated name. And I've got black. I'm live, right? I switched on the sound. Things look good. Okay. Let's see if I got a mainline Sveshnikov. I got one. Let's see. The bishop g5. And now let's see if he goes bishop knight d5. That is the more strategically focused line. Here it's important to castle, not to play a5. It's a more precise way of playing. And yeah, white is playing in a more strategic fashion here. I go to g5. That is usually desirable, to place the bishop on that diagonal. And the question is if white wants to play f4 sometime. It's what they usually do. For example, now this is a possible way to play. And something that he's preparing it. Okay, now an interesting idea is to play Queen d7 in this position in order to play bishop d8 against f4. Yeah, I'm going to try that. It's something that I would have liked to check a bit more. But it's an idea that I examined while working on my current opening project. Yeah, this looks fine, yeah. I will definitely not go back, but rather enter here the central square. Of course, after knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes, bishop f6, I will win the exchange. And if he takes, pawn takes, I will get a good position of the bishop on f6. The general idea here for black is to claim that my bishop is more easily activated. This is somewhat true, but he wants to get to c4, it seems. Okay, I wonder if I should stop f6. I'm going to play this. It's maybe debatable, but it's clear that I will always be able to activate the bishop on b6, then d4, and so on. The question is what to do with the knight coming to c4. Okay, this is now answered. I'm just going to play this and put some pressure on b3. It's a simple way to do it. Put this to c5, covers d6, covers b4, and then I'm trying to infiltrate on the a file. Okay. He always has to watch this pawn, and the moment I say that, he's giving it to me. I don't see why not. Yeah, it was not necessary yet, giving me the b3 pawn. I was definitely happy with my position, but it was a little bit accommodating. Now, how do we play this? Probably trying to infiltrate on the second rank. Yeah, this is something I would have liked to have some powerful reply against this move, but I don't see anything. A move like that is fine, but got nothing better, unfortunately. One thing I have to watch out for is that not if I like move the rook from f8 away, I have to make sure that he's not all of a sudden able to enter on the light squares. Something to watch out for. Okay, and now I'm mating, right? Or close to it. Rook h2 checkmate. Okay, anything? Do you have anything good? Nothing super great, but this is not a bad move. This one, huh? Queen e4 and attacking the bishop looks good. Yeah, that should be winning. Don't see a move now for white. Yeah. It was not so difficult to see, but I failed. It's not a disaster, but it wasn't very difficult to spot this opportunity. Okay, so I probably will not be able to win quickly, but I need the f8 rook, right? So rook a8, rook a2, and then even a completely dumb person like I am should be able to win. And don't see a win. But okay, yeah, there's nothing wrong with inviting everybody to the party. So rook a8 to a2 is not bad for sure. Okay, rook a2. So there's mate on h2 and g1, and I don't think he manages both. So thanks for the game, Hyperhidrosis. Yeah, I think I was doing alright, but then you gave me b3 and all of a sudden I was winning. Yeah, here I think I should be fine with my two pieces on c5 and d4, but definitely not necessary yet to give me b3. Okay, a challenge by Maps. MABS. What is he doing? D4 or E4? That's it. Most of the time you don't get that many C4s or knight F3s. Okay, that's odd. An odd way to play in the Alapin. I just get to prevent d4, and that should mean that e4 is very weak. After bishop g7, how do you know? That was one problem. The knight on e6 was preventing d4 and stopping this reinforcing move at the same time. Yeah, thanks for the game, Maps. Okay, Papta, did we play? No, it didn't work out. There was some technical issue, I think. Papter. No, probably doing something wrong with this pronunciation, but we'll see. D4. Knight f3 is almost a pre-move, but you don't want to pre-move against c5 or e5. Against anything else, it's completely okay. Yeah, I usually go g3, but maybe I can do something else for variety's sake. Yeah, I think this one. Yeah, the English chat is usually slow. Yeah, really slow. But it still has more views. It's kind of strange. I am supposed to also watch the chat, yeah, but I mean the chat not only on Chess24 but also on Twitch and YouTube. The issue is that I have to click a couple of times in my software until I see it, and I usually simply forget to do it. So I'm apologizing if there were some messages in the English chat that I missed. Okay, now he wants to go e5, it seems. He not only wants to do that, he just does it. Okay, so cd5 knight d5 is bad. I see. Okay, and I'm going to take, and now maybe it's got knight e4. Interesting. Oh, there's a message on, I think it's YouTube, saying I need a signature drink. Pina coladas with little umbrellas would be good. I'm not sure that it is a signature drink, but I usually, most of the time, I drink tea. But during the Banter Blitz sessions, not today though, because everything was a little bit rushed before the start of the show. And I simply didn't have the time to prepare the tea and get this done. So I'm down to water this time. This is a bit of a strange one, Queen d7. I thought a4 was interesting, trying to play knight c3. Am I not just able to take here now? I thought that would be good. Okay. Yeah, knight c3 is still on here. That's true. Like queen b5, there is knight c3. Yeah, I don't have many good alternatives here. Where am I going with the queen? Knight c3 is annoying. You can take d5, you know. Still goes knight c3. Anyway. Queen d1. Yeah, then still knight c3. Not sure. Actually, now that I think of this a little bit more, I recognized that now, if he plays queen to d8, yeah, this is of course also possible. But I thought queen d8, then not even getting the exchange back. But this is of course fine. Ugh. Fine for black, I mean. It's pretty ugly position. And he has this rook e6 move, which is annoying. Pretty bad. a2 is also hanging. Yeah, I'm just clearly worse, yeah, with many lines actually. Chat on chess screen is annoying. Chat on chess screen is annoying. I don't know what you exactly are up to. You mean the YouTube chat or? Yeah, this is unfortunately a problem. It's just awful, yeah. I had a really nice position, I thought, and then all of a sudden things went south pretty much. That's not the greatest drawing chances. A3, rook A1 gets it back. Yeah. Yeah, it's just bad. I mean, what can you say? It's just a bad position. I have 20 seconds. That's the biggest problem. I mean, the position also completely sucks, but I don't know. What was going on here? That was a very strange game. I have no clue what happened here. I wanted to go d7, but he's got rook d1, unfortunately, which I didn't spot. Yeah, nah, I can resign that. I mean, I'm also going to lose on time. That was strange. That was a strange game. All of a sudden, I mean, I didn't really get the whole concept, like sacrificing d5, then play a4 and everything. But I didn't find a good solution to this. I don't really have a good move in this position. At least I didn't see it. And I took far too long for that not great move to make. It's a bit strange. I still don't see a good move. He always has knight c3 with great effect. Okay, now who is Doppelangriff going to? Yeah, it was expensive. Yeah, my rating is not doing great. Yeah, I've been last session. I started out with almost 3,000, and then it was going downhill from there. Okay, so let's see how this queen pawn opening works out. Yeah. So this is a quick way to develop here. I also could have played c4. Yeah, two chats at the same time is not great. This is a problem in a way. You have the chat on Chess24 and they have the chat on the channels, and following both is for me not so easy. Now, okay, here I've got knight g5, or I wonder, I mean, this is a bit of a trick move, but kind of expecting bishop a7, after which knight g5 is going to be pretty nice. Okay, he's not doing it. Knight g5 is still a move, yeah, but I can also do this, which doesn't look bad. Alone says, can you show us Queen's Gambit next game if you are white? What exactly do you mean by show us? Like what it is? I mean, you probably know what it is. I can try to play into a mainline Queen's Gambit, but it's not guaranteed that you would get it. I can play d4 and then see what happens. Okay, rook b1, not a happy move. I'd like to, if the knight gets to c4, yeah, that would be pretty nice. Not sure. Okay, again, this is a bit of a trickery. Queen d5, e4 is very good for me. Okay, he goes for that. He probably shouldn't take, but rather play queen b5. Yeah, that is a stronger move. And a bit of a problem, because I don't want to take, and he's got rook d8. I'm playing really badly. Really badly. I'm very unhappy that it's not good chess. Queen b7 is good now for black. Really not. Yeah, well, okay, this can also play. And it's also fine. I'm just playing really badly. It was a really good position for white, and I managed to completely spoil it. F4. It's a kind of move, you know it's bad, yeah? Still sometimes you play it because you think, okay, there's a bit of a trick value. But people, I mean, are not stupid. They will not fall for simple tricks most of the time. And here I'm simply worse. Not by a lot, but significantly. It's really not good at all. Depends a bit on how well he's doing this here. My king is weak, my c-pawn is weak. Black shouldn't trade. He's trading quite a bit. Okay, it's still extremely annoying, this position. Yeah. Queen to g1. Not entirely sure that it was a huge threat, to be honest, but that was the other thing. Yeah, my king position is not good. It's really not good. Yeah, queen f3's got queen d4. Queen d2 is just hanging. Wow. Ooh. Awful. Really awful. Now queen g1 you cannot prevent anymore, unfortunately. Rook g1 is also not really something I'm happy about. Yeah, but queen f2 is not immediately threatening mate, I think. Yeah, that's a super unattractive thing to play, yeah. Okay. So wait, and then I can make a draw, right? Okay. Wow, somehow I didn't lose that. That was pretty awful, this position. Yeah, it's, you know, you really, this is a, I mean, it's just very silly. You know, I saw this one, and if he takes here, I'm quite happy. Yeah, I can easily protect the d pawn, like rook d1, get the king there, and then start to play against the c pawn. This is nice for white, yeah? Not winning, but nice, yeah? And of course, I kind of knew that there should be a problem, and the problem is queen b5, and he's not going into this, and the position is just bad now. It's just not a good one, because I don't get to c4 without a problem. And instead, I should simply here try to slowly increase my control of the position. For example, I could play like e4, queen c4, something like that, and ultimately try to get the knight to c4. Okay, who is that? German Dario Flores. Okay, that's a complicated username. So maybe his name is really, maybe his first name is really German. Possible. Sounds unusual, but possible. So, what is he up to? Quick e5? Nope. Yeah, thanks for the game. Doppelangriff. There was certainly more possible for you than the draw, I guess. Okay. Yeah, this is a structure that I'm basically happy about if it gets there. But c takes, knight takes is pretty nice for white. It's a symmetrical English. No, it doesn't take. Symmetrical English where the knight on d7 makes an odd impression. He's got knight e4. Maybe d5 was one move too early, now that I think of it. Knight e4 would give black the chance to trade two minor pieces, which is helpful. Okay, I'm going to stop that. This is a 3-minute game. It's always something that I should take into account. I'm kind of in the slowish slowish rhythm, and then all of a sudden, oh wait, that's 3 minutes. Let's speed up. And sometimes it is just too late to speed up. I'm ready to meet, yes, this move with taking and f4. It's kind of normal to do that. I wonder if I actually have a good setup for this structure. I wonder. He's got this weird bishop d4. Well, weird is the wrong way. It's the wrong way to put it. It's actually quite annoying that this is part of the position. One thing is good for me, he's taking ages for his moves. Yeah, he has to trade. He gets, no, he doesn't do it. I thought, I wanted to say that he gets b5 now, but he didn't play it. He just didn't play it. Okay. The next knight is on the way to e3. Yeah, I'm not so happy here, really. This is not an ideal scenario by far. But not sure about all this. Don't like to play h4. Oh, he just tries to shut down everything. That's nice. Yeah, this is not unreasonable. I mean, if you assume that he's not looking for more than a draw. Yeah. Yeah, A black is obviously completely fine. I'm trying something here, even though I probably shouldn't do it. Knight to h4 and then h3. Yeah, he loses on time, but it's part of it. I mean, I'm not just going to make a draw, even though the position is equal. But h4 was a better try. As mentioned in the chat, it just stays put, right? I know I'm not seeing how he's making any headway. How am I making any headway? I mean, he could have played some h4. That would be an idea. I mean, here probably I'll take it, but yeah, I'm not really satisfied with all this. It wasn't a very good way to handle this whole position type. Okay, the next game is against Amadeus. Amadeus from Slovakia. Okay, c4. We get one of those every Banter Blitz, every Wednesday. One of those. Sometimes more than one, but just one we get really every session. Okay, with knight f3, white is avoiding h5, h4 business. That is a more likely thing to happen. The knight on e2. Yeah, Amadeus. Who sung this was the question, and indeed it was Falco. More than that's a long time ago, yeah. That was in the mid 80s, right? The only German language #1 in the American Billboard charts ever, and probably it will stay that way. Queen to d1. Yeah, I don't know. Taking on f3 doesn't look that great. I think it should be from 1985 or 86, but I'm not entirely certain. Okay, so I'm getting d5 in. That's nice. Now there's a remark in the YouTube chat, a comment that if I would sell all my books, I could probably afford an expensive watch in the 3,000 to 5,000 euro, euro area. I think you pretty much overestimate the resale value of the books. You get absolutely nothing really for chess books. It's a bit of a pain. I'm always selling books after a while because I'm just drowning in them, and you get basically nothing. It's just pretty awful actually. And Nina wasn't #1 with 99 red balloons. I think she went to second place or something. I also thought that at one point, but I looked it up some years ago, and I think she just was second. Anyway, bishop g4, and that's it. Yeah, and the queen has no squares. Zealand then asks who wears or needs a watch these days. Yeah, you're asking the wrong person. I'm actually a bit of a watch fanatic. I do wear a watch, and I'm really know a bit of them. It's a bit of a second hobby of mine. Only recently started hobby, so I'm not a real expert, but I know a bit about them. I actually would spend a fair amount of money for a watch. If you buy the right ones, you will actually not lose money on them. It's a complicated subject, and something that is not. The investment value is a difficult thing to discuss. Some watches only have gone up in value over the years, but with others it's difficult. Okay, now we've opened up the position. It's a kind of a Grunfeld reversed here, and my bishop on g2 is going to be strong. Let's take this. Yeah, I mean, watches for men, you have to see, I mean, as a man, you don't have many opportunities to, yeah, I mean, there are jewelry options for men, but it's not what you usually want, or it's rare that men wear earrings or things like that. It's possible, but it's kind of unusual, and you just have the watch usually, and there you got some options, and It's a big difference if you wear like a clunky dive watch or something elegant, which of course also is a matter of the occasion. So am I not just taking d5 here? What's the deal? I'm taking this pawn. Of course, nowadays you wouldn't wear a watch just for timekeeping. It's more of a like a jewelry thing, or you yeah, might simply enjoy the craftsmanship. That's also something that could be said for a mechanical watch. I had a smartwatch. I had the original Apple Watch, but at a while I was thinking, okay, this thing is just constantly giving me messages and annoying me. Do I need that? And I decided at one point to get rid of it and get a mechanical watch. You still get all your messages fine, just a little bit later. But this is of course just a matter of personal preference. People can do whatever they want, and I see the point of a smartwatch. In particular, if you do sports, that makes quite a bit of sense. If you want to track your let's say running times or things like that, that is a very logical thing to have a smartwatch then. Okay, what's going on here? Rook to c2. I wanted rook b6, but then he's got this wacky bishop d8 move. Yeah. Rook c2 is a bit of an annoyance. And he always has this bishop d8 stuff. Annoying. I should have played b3 probably, now that I think of it. But okay, this way I'm going to keep the b2 pawn, and now I can start to try to make some headway. Yeah, I need f4 at some point, huh? Yeah, going. Oops. That I did not expect. Interesting. Maybe I can simply go over to b5 and pick that a pawn up. That could be something. It's not entirely clear to me now what his move is. Yeah, I kind of thought he had to play something odd like this. So now I could actually try to reroute this. It's also rook b6. That is an important thing. So maybe rook to b6, right? Is that something? In fact, I can do this and then rook b6. Because after rook trade at the end, the a4 pawn should drop. And here, yeah, okay. So that is a technical win. Okay. Yeah, I'm just taking my time here, limiting every single counterplay idea. No king f6 and so on. And now I'm ready to go king b5. There is just no way for him to stop that. I don't see it. Yeah, winning this one. Everything on light squares so that you cannot blunder it. It's a good way to do it. Yeah, it was a bit of a... Yeah, I can take. But it's a bit of a moot point. You win on time anyway with white. Alright, thanks for the game, Spectre. Now, area 51. Okay. Area 51. Didn't he play recently in a banter session? Some other banter session? Don't remember. Like against Magnus or something? Not sure. Somehow Area 51 rings a bell. I'm not sure what bell, but... Okay. One of those D4, G3 lines from my book. Now bishop H5 can play. All of those lines are playable. Taking on F3 is very solid. Black is simply saying, okay, I'm giving up my bishop pair, but I get a very flexible position in return. Definitely something you can do. I still, if you give me the choice, I'd still rather be white here, because white has the two bishops, which is a long-term idea. And it's difficult for black to open the position. Yeah, I know that Area 51 is that test site in Nevada or Arizona. Is it Arizona? But I was just wondering, the name somehow rang a bell from a Banter Blitz session. Interesting. What happened there, by the way? Wasn't Area 51 to be stormed by some people? There was something. I'm not quite sure what exactly was the story, but I heard that something was going on with that. Rook b2 is kind of an automatic reply, but you wonder if that is really helpful. b4, what is he going to do? b5? Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe b5, but I can take and have bishop f1. This is a bit of a... He doesn't really react to it. Yeah, doing a good job here. Black, very solid the whole time. Very solid chess. How do we get... I mean, this is obviously very equalish. Can I get something going here? Maybe not. That could be too ambitious. I don't know. I'm trying a little bit here. I got 23 seconds. That is indeed a problem. And the position is pretty good. I mean, I'm not winning or anything, but it's definitely not a bad position. Oops, that was a bit of a weird thing. Yeah, okay. That was a matter of time. I was just far too slow. That's true. It was far too slow. I mean, black can never win this like on normal terms, but it was far too slow. And I only recognized there was one issue, like here, that I was so much down on time. This is actually a position that white can easily play for a win, and probably will win quite often if you get some time. Because black just is completely cramped, and I think here, this is just straight up winning. That must be winning for white. It would be weird if not, because you cannot play like this. Maybe it's a draw. Maybe it's a draw. Could be a draw. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of not fun, but could be a draw. This is something where maybe keeping the tension is better. Got bishop e7, f6, stuff like that. Or bishop e7 and only later play f6. I don't know. Okay, so thanks for the game, Area 51. Now, okay, that is a non-premium. Let's go play Color Complex. I'm threatened, and it's close to being dropping below 2,800, and that's something I should avoid. Yeah, I really should avoid that, because then I'm heavily underrated. Bishop takes knight is a comment in the chat. Yeah, I mean, I can always make it draw, of course, in that game. That's not the problem. Opposite colored bishops you can always get to, but the matter was the time. It was a 3-minute game where you just played very quickly, and I didn't really recognize this quick enough, so I never could really up the speed. Okay, against Color Complex, did I play him before? No, I didn't. The picture of Alekines. I got a Tarrasch with reversed colors, basically, which is good because the tempo is not really super relevant in the Tarrasch. Yeah, it seems that he's out for this bishop c4 move. Oh no. We had the Area 51 discussion, or discussion is a bit much, but there was some talk in the chat, and one remark is about the whole thing. If UFOs exist, yeah, this is kind of not a question anymore, really, if I understood correctly, because it was, I think, the U.S. Navy. Was that the Navy? I'm not sure. They released some footage, and they basically acknowledged that this is a completely unknown flying object. They have no clue what it is, and they have quite a bit of footage of that. It was only like 2 months ago that they released this, I think. And at least I mean, it's not saying that it was that must have been aliens, but it's just like they have no clue what it was. And I thought that was funny that an official, somebody official from the military would actually confirm that. Now, this is kind of comfortable. Hey, Dada, Dada says it. I can easily win against this guy. Okay, you can always challenge me if you get a premium account, and maybe you can easily win. I'm not saying you can't. I'm not doing good this session, really not. So I get your point. I get your point. Okay, so what now? I don't really mind him if he trades, so just centralize. I don't know, knight g4, I have queen to f4. Okay, interesting. Yes, the funny thing was, or the sad thing, whatever you want to call it, that was when they released this this information about the knight g4 now. Maybe that looks a bit problematic. I'm chatting too much. I can actually take here, right? When they released this information about the UFOs, there was one of those days, I mean, it's like every other day, with some scandal related to the American government, and then people didn't really take any notice. Yeah, like on a side note, yeah, the military has confirmed they have some some weird objects, and nobody really cared because I don't know, something happened with the president of the United States or whatever. Something else was happening and was taking all the headlines. Anyway, so going to take here and now enjoying the pawn. Still not easy. Yeah, still have to work here. Yeah, I want to play actively and not defend weak pawns. Rook a6, bishop d3. It's not the most subtle trick in the world, but it could happen. Bishop d3 is a bit of an annoying threat anyway. Okay. So I just wonder, like, he has to move this. Okay, here I can take and win the piece. Yeah, thanks for the game. Color Complex. Now, okay, that's the challenge by Tom 1-2-1-2-3-4. Yeah, maybe when they had the UFO thing in the news, and maybe it was the same day when Donald Trump expressed interest in buying Greenland. That was obviously the much more important news point. Probably it was that. We never know. And somehow nothing materialized of that. I still would have liked to have more attention to this thing. Maybe they still have that for later news point. Anyway, c4. I want to get this pawn. And I just wondered what I actually do against this move. It's very rarely played and probably not great, but I just wondered. Knight g5 is probably strong. As I'm also attacking b7 here, so yeah. This is giving me many tempi. Yeah, I think I have to go d5. I don't like this so much, but I have to do it. Otherwise, h6 is a bit of a problem with e4 hanging. It looks a bit silly what black did with bishop e6, d5, c6, and so on, but it's important to see like my knights are not that well placed either, and this is important. Yeah, I mean, it should be a little bit better for me, but nothing special. Black doesn't have a serious weakness somewhere. That's important. Yeah, all those pawns are back, but they are well defended in that way. Okay, now my development is very good. Just wonder. I wonder if this is a move. It's a bit unusual, but it's trading the best piece off. And I don't know, he's not so happy, I think, that the dark squared bishop's getting traded. Yeah, black should take it, I guess, on f4. Otherwise, I mean, you cannot go back, and what else is there? But this looks a bit dangerous. In particular, queen b3, h3 is an issue. What's going on here? He's attacking f4. And I don't want to trade with queen d2, even though I'm certainly better after that. Because checkmate is too tempting. It's a bit odd, but I don't want to trade queens. And I still have a3 next. Queen c5 maybe. I still don't want to trade queens. Maybe I should have done that. I could have taken c7, but f4 is also hanging. Yeah, I just wanted more than just be better. I mean, playing for checkmate is too tempting, and it looked like I could get there. But okay, now it seems black is not getting mated all that quickly, but it is not a fun position, quite clearly. I'm an exchange up. Yeah, knight a4. What else is there? Yeah, just take stuff. b7 hangs, e7 hangs. Yeah, you can probably just take e7 here. It's the easiest one. Now if he takes, the d pawn is promoting actually, and d5 is hanging, so oh, just takes it. And now I get a queen. Yeah, and Tom resigned. Thanks for the game, Tom. Now, that was a challenge here by Blade Reaper. That's kind of a scary name. Let's see if he has something scary to say on the board as well. Going with the standard d4. Still practicing my 1d4 repertoire. Yeah, playing that all the time. But now I get to the point where I really know my own repertoire after practicing it frequently. But it takes a bit of repetition. Nikolaus, yeah, kind of frequent opponents. Never played this guy. I thought I knew the account. Moxa Pope. Okay, I can also go e4. Okay. The modern defense. Okay, this is not good, I think. I actually studied that. I know that sounds wacky, but I did. Yeah, queen d4 and queen b4. This is very strong. But he just plays instant chess. That's cool. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, wow, okay. As far as I'm concerned, I'm just a pawn up for nothing. Funny. It seems like he plays it in a way that it seems like it's all theory. Okay. I don't know. A bit unsure. I mean, probably better with more than one continuation here, but not so easy to determine what's best. Bishop d3 looks, he can take. But knight b3. Yeah, it's not that great. No problem. was a message here by the Blade Reaper that I tried to play just a moment ago. He said he was just away from keyboard for a second, and that was exactly the moment when I accepted. Yeah, that happens. We can always challenge again. Now what? Probably want to defend everything here. Good evening to Krumnik student. Did you see today there was a news release that next year for, I think, Norway chess, they have the commentary team of Judith Polgar and Vladimir Krumnik. Doesn't that sound funny? I mean, that's somehow a remarkable idea that they successfully got Krumnik to do commentary. That was interesting. Not sure that I'm playing this right, to be honest. Yeah, I think I'm taking now. He has to take with the B pawn, and then it should always be something. Even though knight c5 is very annoying. Krumnik says, I hope his commentary is not like his press conference. Yeah, in the press conferences, I mean, he was always somewhat, not always, that's wrong, but at the end of his career as a player, he always got some criticism because he was a tad optimistic about his chances in the games. And I mean, this is something that probably will not happen if it's not about his own games. Yeah, well defended here by Moxa Pope. Isn't that good now? Bit surprised. Thought knight c5 was mandatory. And now I'm just winning f7, right? I don't see what he's got left there. No, I just win this. The pawn, at least. I mean, yeah. In hindsight, I wonder if e5 was right. Okay, I'm taking this. Right in the opening. I mean, it was pretty tough still. Okay, knight h6, rook f7. That sends him all the way back. He now has to play rook back to the 8th rank. And then I still don't quite see what the next moves are. Yeah, knight comes to f6. Yeah, thanks for the game, Moxa Pope. It's a bit of an odd name. All right, now I had the Blade Reaper, right? That was he just apologized in the chat, and I really don't mind that. It can happen. You have the challenge out, and then it gets accepted precisely the moment when you're away to do something quickly. Just hope he's around now. I mean, he was in the chat some minutes ago. Again? Okay. Yeah, we have like 8 to 9 minutes left. Here he comes. And we got the closed Catalan. Yeah, this is a fairly comfortable position for white. You can be usually happy if they play the closed variation of the Catalan. In particular, the positions with d takes d4 are pretty comfortable and easy to play. Queen c8 is odd. Yeah, it's probably going to go knight d7. The main thing here for white is, if possible, try to prevent c65 entirely. So this is what I'm trying to do this way. It looks fine. Yeah, the bishop on b7 is odd and not easily improved. Knight b4, possible annoyance. Can play it's a bit of a lazy move, but it should be fine. A general idea is to play knight e5, c4 to d6. That would be good. Or yeah, another way, knight d2. Yeah, you have other routes to the d6 square. This is also why I did not mind to trade the dark squared bishops. Oftentimes you don't want to trade too many pieces with such a space advantage, but in this case there's definitely an upside with the d6 square on the horizon. So going back and knight d6 coming up. The kind of situation where with black you might consider to give up an exchange because you're so annoyed by the knight coming to d6, but that usually is not enough compensation. Can wait for a moment. Just taking my time. Yeah, and he instantly takes it. Now, how do we proceed? I probably should try to put more pressure on the c-pawn. Like double rook c2, rook d1. It's still... This is not technically a trivial task. This actually makes some sense. maybe just try to take on d5. Could be an idea. If c or e file opens up, he opens it up himself. That is surprising. Yeah, that's true, Thorsten. If Kramnik and Polgar teaming up, that will be rating-wise the best commentary ever. But Polgar is always using an engine. It's part of her contract, so she is by default always the best commentary team ever. So it's probably not a big difference then. Rating wise, I mean I prefer Kramnik to a computer any time, of course. Just wanted to prevent the check. Rook e8 maybe was an idea. Yeah, Grishuk Swidler also was pretty strong. Okay, so that should be a fairly easy win. I wanted to go rook e2 actually. Yeah, a question here is if I should just take. Yeah, this is actually pretty, probably it's just simpler. Yeah, I get to d4 and then the rook should be able to enter. The question is that actually true? Rook e2. The problem is Zugzwang. At some point it's Zugzwang. And that is right here. Generally speaking, I think it's good stuff if very strong players are involved in the commentary. There is certainly the pure point of playing strength, that's one thing, but I also think it's good to have people who actually have played those players, and in case of Kramnik, definitely he played them all, like a lot, and even Polgar has played quite a bit against many of the top players of today, so they will definitely have there some insight that maybe other people don't have. Okay, thanks for playing Blade Reaper, and that also was the final game of the Banter Blitz session for tonight. I'll be back next Zugzwang. Yeah, I should do that correctly, but sometimes I screw up being in English mode. Again, thanks for watching. I'll be back next week. Bye bye, take care.